manage my, how do I get on top, or all chat? Here we go. Okie dokie. Well, I'm here today. I had to go live because I wanted to show you all how to pinch your geraniums so you can plant more. And you can pinch from midsummer till fall. Oh, look at that. I'm a hot mess today. That's okay. Do you like my shirt? Practice bitchcraft. I'll wait a few more minutes, and if not, then I know everybody's busy this time of day. Oh, let's turn the camera. I'm going to take my cutting or my pinches off of an older plant. Oh, maybe I'll do, oh, see what's going on. We're going to do some pinching if I can. I didn't really look over my geraniums real well. This is an older plant. This is a plant that's 2 years old. And she's one I usually take from because I didn't want to get more red ones started. I was going to try to take some of the pink or purple one, or fuchsia ones, but they are not ready for their pinching. But I guess everybody's somewhere else today. That's okay. I know I gotta clock some hours, but unless I get people in here, then the heck with it. I see one person's in here spying on you. Come up and say hi. It's a nice day today. I had a doctor's appointment, so I'm kind of pooped out. There's one of those little white butterflies. They are so pretty, but that's the one that puts all the freaking little worms on my roses. Well, let's get to it. That way, if you all want to watch it later, you can watch it later. I gotta make this live more than 3 minutes, right? But my channel is small, and I know everybody's probably either working or at other channels doing their thing. But this is my little geranium. She's red. So we're gonna see here. I probably should have did a video so I could edit. But if you have geranium, see, she's real woody inside there. So we're gonna look for a nice green stem, which there's one right here, and it's okay if it has a bloom on it, but we're gonna go the whole way, if you can see, to the bottom. See where it kind of grabs a hold of that older stem? We're just gonna, it should pinch fairly easily. Yep, there it goes. And then we're just gonna take that right off of there. I know it's always scary, especially, this one doesn't have any flowers on it, now that I look at it, so that's a good thing. So what we're gonna do, she's kind of short, so we're gonna just take the bottom leaves off there, let them fall. I think I'm gonna take this big one off. You wanna shed most of your big leaves because you want all of the energy to go into this little stem we have here. And what we do, and that's all we do, is stick it down into a mason jar. Now that's a little bit too much water. We will take some of that water out. Excuse my knee. I'm out front. I don't have a little table out here to work on. But yes, so this is too much water. Let's pour some of that out. All right. No, I don't think I got the Grace glass. I was watching Nicolina yesterday. She had the cutest little cups or vases to do this with. But I just use an old mason jar, jelly jar, whatever. So, but that's all there is to it. To pinch your geraniums. And I think I'm gonna have to get another different cup of water. But you only want them about maybe a little further than that in water. So you want to immerse most of the bottom in the water, and it'll just get roots and it'll grow. And it takes about 30 days maybe. They won't be ready to plant this year, but you can put them in pots once they're big enough and let them grow till spring in a sunny window, and you'll have geraniums galore by spring. And that's all I have to say about that. Hey, I'm just here all alone, crazy chicken lady. I can't help it. Makes me sad. No, I have 200 subs. I haven't done crap with my channel. I didn't expect many here. I'm doing good. I was hoping to get off some of my meds today. I only got taken off of one, which is good because that was the pain meds. One of the pain meds that I was on, thank God. But we shall see. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm glad you got to stop in and take. I just got to keep doing lives so people come. And it is the middle afternoon and there's all kinds of other lives going on. So what you gonna do? I'm glad you stopped by and you're here to talk with me, I guess, chat. This won't be a long one either because obviously I have hardly anybody here. Oh, you just hit your head? Can I ask how? Look, I was planning on planting some spinach with you people because this is the time of year you can put some lettuce and spinach back in. It's not overly hot. And I also put cabbage in it this time of year too. So I have some winter, or well, not winter, fall lettuce and all that. Oh, you know, last summer we went to the mall and I was being my goofy self, trying to be funny in the parking lot. And I opened the car door and I have my husband's old company car from a few years back. It's an old Ford Focus that I usually just take with me. And it's my running around the town car, so I don't have to drive the truck everywhere with the gas. And I opened the door and I went to get in, but I'm 6 feet tall and the car is only about 5 foot tall. Yeah, I whacked my forehead. I seen stars, almost knocked myself out. So I get it. My son actually got a traumatic brain injury from bending over to pick up a sock. And they have granite countertops. And you know, when you bend over for something like that, you're in a hurry for work. Oh yeah, laid himself out. But I always do the stupidest things. Although, when my spine decided to quit on me, I was in the middle of Wally World and was perfectly fine 5 minutes before. And oh, I'm sure it hurts. Get some ice on there. How's your chickens today? They doing good? Oh, look, I got 3 people in here now. Nobody talking. Oh, that's all right. This is like a warm-up for me. I'm a mess today. But, oh. We had a little hummingbird and I missed him. Oh, no. Let's keep it there and see if he comes back. I hope you're doing well other than your hurt head. It's another beautiful day here. There's hardly any clouds in the sky today. And the humidity hasn't started bumping up, so it's kind of nice. Oh, your saint keeps killing though. I didn't understand that. Like I said, I have really bad memory. crap going on right now, so I don't remember what I said. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't go live. I'm not coherent enough, maybe. But it's been a weird summer. Oh, you're St. Bernard. Oh, no. Yeah, once they start, luckily, I have a German Shepherd, and like I said, we go up to my dad's. She doesn't even pay attention to him, but she's getting old now. She don't even chase the rabbits in the yard anymore to keep them out of my stuff. She just kind of looks at them and barks a couple times, and that's the end of that. I don't type well either. I'm always having typos because of my eyes. Because of my eyes. Look at these thick mofos. I'm like blind without them. And I didn't feel like throwing contacts in today. It was just ridiculous. And I'm looking like a freaking mess. But my mommy always told me, you never go out in public without at least mascara and a little bit of lipstick. And I still hold true to that, but I did a little more because look how haggard I look. I look like 10 years older than I did a year ago. Like, look. I got this stupid sunspot. It will not go away. I'm going to have to see about getting that lasered off or something. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, they have, a mind of their own, personalities of their own. Maybe they just piss her off. Do you think she's, yeah, that's just weird that she's never done it before. Yeah, now see, I don't care even if I am a mess. I don't like to hide behind a camera too much. None of us should. Like, I know it's pretty bad on the streets here with looks and all that, but I know who I am and I don't care. I got chub, I got flub, I got hair that grows for days, and I don't mean down, I mean out because of summer. Oh, I'm constantly yelling at my shepherd. She's a trip. But yeah, maybe she thinks she's protecting you from the chickens. Oh, I'm scared to even talk on live. What are you talking about? But then if I amp myself up too much, I will not hit the live button. But I got to talk myself into it. If I write it down, usually if I schedule a live, I'll either move it. I've done that a few times. On the last time I scheduled live, for whatever reason, I don't know what I was thinking. I was in the throes of being in and out of the hospital and all that, and I just decided to schedule live, and I fell asleep and my glasses are crooked. But hopefully eventually some more people start coming in and we can have fun and talk. I see my little numbers going up and down up there. I know it does seem weird, doesn't it? Like I'm sitting here on my porch talking to myself. Thank God all my neighbors are either away or they are agoraphobic and are always in their houses. So they probably just think I'm on the phone having a conversation. Yeah, just do it. Like talk yourself into doing it. It is fun once you start doing it. It's the nerves. And when I don't have a topic. And look, I did my little pinch. I could have did a little 5-second video on how to pinch off a geranium. Throw it in some water. But you got to get it at a certain point and pinch it off and all that. And I know we were in Nicolina's last night talking about propagating and stuff, and that is my thing. I get so excited, but it's my ADHD, and I get so excited when somebody's talking about something I'm interested in. I just want to tell them all the things. But this is only maybe the 4th time I've been live, and 4 years, almost 5 years, so you can do it. They don't come back every year if you leave them outside. Of course, they freeze and the roots die because they get root freeze. But if you take your cuttings now, or your pinches, you don't want to cut, and don't ever cut a geranium unless you're trimming flowers off or something. You should always snap it off. It shocks the plant a little bit, that stem, into a little bit of fight or flight. And when you put it in the water and you leave it in there, then it'll grow roots. There's also a way, and I may do it this year with these because they're a few years old, the mother plants that I keep taking things off of. You can actually take them out of the ground, hang them upside down in a cool, dry place over winter, and put them back into the ground in the spring, and they are supposed to grow. I've never done that. I may try it this year. Oh, hopefully you get some peeps. My dad has chickens. He's 80 and he stopped hatching. With the incubator and stuff like that. He still has 6 chickens left. Oh my gosh, we used to have like 100 chickens growing up, but he has them more for a hobby now because our farm is mostly woods and our fields are full of blueberries. So we have our blueberry farm up there now, so we don't have like livestock. We used to have a beef farm. Yeah, and geraniums are so expensive. I mean, I don't know about out your way, but in the spring, one geranium plant's like $6, $7. And this year I started 25 and I gave them away for Easter and Mother's Day and all that. And I planted some in my pots. But they're expensive and they're so easy to maintain. As long as they're watered and they get enough sunlight, they'll do fine. And of course, the dirt, what they're growing in. Yeah, I noticed we have, even though I live in the suburbs of Pittsburgh, I'm in between like the rural area and the town and city area, so it is suburbs, but there's a farm right behind me, and a lot of the little farms scattered out. They have like an honor system. They'll have a little shed or a little stand there, and you put the money in the box. And she said her eggs haven't been moving quite as much. So, but I go over there. I'll take a drive over there today, but her bread's almost gone. She has the best sourdough bread in there. She has a cooler and everything in there. It's all set up, but you just leave the money in the little box. And I don't know if I'd do that, if I trust people nowadays, because everybody's out for stealing something. So I would like to start a little library here in our little area here, a little town, because a lot of people use those, and I do too. They're the best. And my daughter lives way out east in Amish country. They're everywhere out there. So, see what happens. I love them too. But I guess I'm going to shut it down after 20 minutes. Oh well, that's good enough. This helps me practice, get more comfortable. Oh, that's wonderful. Kids don't read books enough. As adults don't. I don't read as much as I used to anymore because I'm all caught up in reading everything online, researching everything online. And well, it's hard on the eyes for one, but I don't read half as much as I did even 5 years ago. I need to go to Barnes and Noble. There's nothing like going into a bookstore or a library. I like the touch and the feel of a book. I will not read anything book-wise off I got a laptop and my phone, but I don't like reading electronically. like a good old book. There's nothing like the smell of new pages, and I don't know. I am old too, so that's what I'm used to. Well, I appreciate it. Like I said, I may do some gardening. My channel, I fix my description and everything because sometimes I like to cover my crochet stuff. Sometimes I like to do garden stuff. Summer, I'm like amped for garden, even though I haven't been able to plant or do much this year. My husband's been doing all the weeding, and he's only home on the weekends most of the month. So actually, he was doing the laundry and the cleaning. So for about 2 months. But now that I'm on the move again a little bit, yeah, I clean like my typical husband, like dusting around things, and he does not wipe the baseboards after. He'll just use a steam mop. I still, well, I can't right now, but I need to get down on my hands and knees and scrub. But I'm a baseboard, like my OCD, if the baseboards aren't wiped, it drives me nuts. But it is what it is. I always say no drama too, but I'm in two communities that it's nothing but. So it's kind of hard to avoid it. And I can shit talk with the best of them sometimes. I've lost a little bit of my flair for trolling as much. I've tired of it. Yeah, and I did it for years and years, but Ernie Shell burned me out. He burnt me out. Crazy chicken lady. Oh my gosh. When all that started years ago, I was using it as an escape because I was helping take care of my mom. I had a lot of time on my hands in between, staying, helping and being up there with her. And we used to watch together. My younger brother, he's so cute. He's very profoundly autistic. He is verbal, but very little. And he loves Nicolina's. He loves listening to Nicolina. He laughs. Oh my God, it's so funny. So when I'm up there, because he still lives with my dad, he loves listening to Nicolina. But you know what though? You have to laugh. Sometimes it just gets, I mean, overboard. I don't need people doxing me, get into my shit. I mean, I don't really care about knowing who I am, but it's just, it's got to the point. It's crazy, What is this doing? I don't know. But all my internet friends, all my YouTube friends are in those chats. So it's kind of hard. I haven't made it to Sarah's too much. It seems like every time she goes live, I'm in the middle of something or I'm somewhere doing something. I'm not able to. And sometimes your friends have lives and stuff too, and you have a hard time making it. I understand that. And right now, I think everybody's live right now on my other side. So, talking shit. Talking poop. The birds stopped coming to my feeders for a while. And I found out why, even though I clean it, because of all the rain and the humidity, the mold got to it. The mold. But I appreciate just spreading me around. You only seen me? Oh, live. Oh, I know. Wasn't Rabbit live earlier? I seen that when I rushed home to get changed and things. Oh, thanks. We had so much to do this summer. We still have to paint around our windows. My husband just power washed the deck so we can get that stained. We've been here 20 years this year, and things are starting to get a little shabby. But my flowers did not do well at all this year. My grandson planted, the ones he planted come out great, and then the ones that my husband put in down there ain't so they are not doing so good. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of mums. I have my own mums. I also am going to have to. That one's gonna need split. I have irises by my. They need split. I'm I'm getting too old to plant, I think. Like I said, I always tell my husband I'm too young to feel this old. But I want to get more that just come up every year. And even my, I have hydrangea here, and they didn't bloom well this year because of the late frost. It killed all the old new growth wood. It gets hard and cumbersome. I mean, no matter what, I'll always have a garden or some type of vegetables growing because I love my fresh vegetables. But yeah, my mind is not, but my body said, "Fuck you, you." So I'm. I always say I'm only 53 because I watched my dad. He's 80 and he's gotten slow and kind of clumsy and he scoots around. But by God, he still takes the weed whacker out and weeds, which he's not supposed to because he has atrial fibrillation and aneurysm on his heart. So he's not supposed to, but he does it. So I just wish I had all the spunk he has. And he worked in the coal mines for 30 years, so he has that tenacity about him, and I don't. I mean, in some areas I do, but in some areas I don't. Like, I love to mow, can't do it this year. I didn't even get up to help with the blueberry farm this year, or nothing. I didn't even get up to pick any blueberries. My husband brought some. So, but yeah, it's just me and my little garden today. And my roses, they were doing beautifully and the got eaten up. And so it's just been a bad. Last year wasn't good either. I was going to do a canning video on how to do like cooked tomato sauce and my homemade tomato sauce. And I didn't barely get, I had like 30 tomato plants and some got disease, some didn't make it. It was just, I didn't have enough. So hopefully this year it's pretty full down there that I get some. I'm getting ready now to go down and plant my spinach and stuff, but yeah, it's crazy. The older you get, I watch my kids, my two older ones that are in their 30s, and I'm like, "Oh, I used to be able to do that. I could do a cartwheel up until about a year ago. Maybe that's what I screwed my back up. Nana's doing cartwheels again, but, and it's, what happened is I got COVID, not this past February of 25, and I was sick for months till last like August, September. I could not shake the pneumonia. It was horrid. So I started feeling better. I got my son's room all cleaned out. I transformed it into my office, and it looks so beautiful in there now, except for I have nothing on the walls or anything because my spine decided, I have all kinds of problems with it, but it decided to just basically shit the bed and tell me to F off. And this is where we are. Therapy and meds and injections and hospital stays. I'm tired of it. And here I am talking about it again. God. I hate that when you're watching people and they go on sometimes, but then I feel bad for people sometimes, but I hate being that person. Well, hopefully my sound is better today. I don't know what the heck I was thinking last night. I had I can talk on the phone with them, they're fine, but if I try to get on my phone with them, to do a video or something, they sound horrid. Oh, it's horrible. But I only can do what I can do, and the rest I can't control, so it is what it is. We all, like I said last night, we all have our burdens to bear. So that's just mine for now, but I'm Like the kids keep asking me to take them for a hike through the woods, and we always get off the beaten path. I don't like staying on the path because the best things to explore in the woods is off the path, like all the fun stuff you find. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here to sit in and listen. Like I said, my topic was just kind of plants today, but I'm just going to do more and more of these here and there, and it'll give me some practice and make me feel more comfortable. It's really actually talking on the phone without seeing anybody else. But, and our community, well, I say our community, the community as a whole that was the core community because of all, you know, the flips and the flops and the twists and the turns and the breakups and the back togethers. It's so overwhelming after a while, and I just stepped back for a while. I think a lot of us have. Even Nicolina, I mean, if she needs to be, she on that ass, you know, but it's wild. It's like an emotional roller coaster. That's why I don't take a lot seriously. I mean, sometimes you have to, but I mean, for the longest time, it was like entertainment. And then I'm like, this is like, it's not real life, but it's happening in real time kind of thing. But it's just the whole feel of our little sector of YouTube and the other one I'm in. It's been everywhere that I've been. It's just, there was a shift or a change. It's just gotten a little crazy, but those things happen. It keeps the entertainment, right? That's what I did last night. I smoked a bowl and then I'm like, you know what? I'm going live. I'm feeling myself tonight. I'm going to go live. And then I was like, why did I do that for? It's all right. I like chit-chatting. Like I said, usually I have my grandkids. I do still have them twice a week now, but in the summer. But I'm usually on the go all the time. I'm here. I'm at the farm. I'm at my cousins, and I'm at my daughters, or my other two are. Well, my youngest daughter's 4 hours away. My son's 2.5. But my oldest, she only lives maybe a block away from me. So I go over and float in her pool. Why buy a pool when I can use hers? I have my little tanning pool here. Oh yeah, I will smoke, and then like I said, I get to feeling myself, and I'm like, ooh. I'm watching this little hummingbird. I finally got hummingbirds. We saw baby hummingbirds this year. Oh my God, I've never seen a live baby hummingbird in my life. They're so tiny. We found their nest in my redbud tree back there, and I kind of put my phone up on the selfie stick so I could record them. Oh, they're like smaller than your finger. They're so cute. But I did that on Snapchat because I was so excited. I sent it to my daughter, and I don't have that video anymore. That would have been a nice one to put on a short. But I'm glad my birds are coming back to feed now that they're out eating berries and bugs and things like that. But I still try to feed them over this summer because I love birds, and I got my grandson into bird watching. But yeah, like if anybody has questions on propagating or anything like that, they can message me, ask me. I can help anybody with that. Back to the subject that I started with. All my mums that I planted, now I had a few that didn't make it. I just strategically put them in. There's one that died beside that one. These are all splits off the mother mum chrysanthemum for fall. They're burgundy, and I have, I think the other one down at the end there's white, and these two are burgundy. And this littler plant, that's the mother plant. I sectioned her off a little bit too much last year when I decided to. Oh, some beach, hey! Oh, look at me, 2 people. I'm balling. I'm a baller, baby. Can't touch me. I got 2 people in my chat. Damn, girl. Gonna become famous on this YouTube. Oh, now I have 2 male cardinals here trying to fight. But yeah, I got my little 5-year-old grandson. He is into birds big time. He loves them. I'm glad you came in and stopped by Sun Beach. I was showing how to snip geraniums there for the first couple minutes, or pinch them, not snip them. But that took like all of 5 minutes or less. And nobody was in for a little bit. And then Crazy Chicken Lady decided to grace my chat and give me someone to talk to. I was ready to wrap it up within like, I think 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. But I'm just here for the chit chat today. And I'm on camera. Oh, look at that. Camera. I got my eye on you guys. I'm also more of a bush watcher now, so I do got my eye on all you people. I just don't do sneaky shit behind the scenes. I don't give 2 shits. I don't care what you ate yesterday. I don't care that Uncle Joe has a splinter in his heel. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care what you look like. As long as you're a decent person, don't give 2 shits. Cam up, bitch. Yeah, what you got on me, Gypsy? Hey, my boobs aren't hanging out though, or they're not. I don't think they look too bad. They don't look too flopping and bopping, do they? Although they're not as big. There's my shirt. I practice bitchcraft. Yeah, it's my favorite shirt. That and my Team Rose one, because everybody asks, what kind of bullshit do you object to? I'm like, all of it, all of the bullshit. Oh, Crazy Chicken Lady. Oh, really? I can't grow succulents. I don't know if they like cactuses. I don't know. I've learned so much from my dad and growing up on a farm, and uh, we always propagated and everything, and we propagated a lot of our blueberries from cuttings and stuff. But there are certain plants I can't do. I've never tried to plant bamboo, but I've tried succulents, and I had a cactus once when I was a kid, and I couldn't stop wanting to touch it. And I remember getting the little cacti jabbies in my fingers. So then I did get one here a few years ago because they're so pretty. The flowers that bloom on them are so pretty. And I just quit. And I do have a Christmas cactus, but those are more succulent, like a succulent. And I have a hard time getting them to bloom, but I finally kind of got the niche of getting them to bloom. Oh, so you just ignore the cactus? I don't know. I'm a damn Yankee. I live north, so not too far north. Like we're on the Mason-Dixon line almost here, but we got crazy weather. We're like Seattle, Washington or something. We have like only like 86 days or less of sunny days a year or something like that. It's mostly cloudy and dreary. But I didn't know to ignore the cactus. I guess they don't need, do they need much water? I've never tried again. Never tried again. I'm not good with trees, like actual trees. I tend to kill those. But when they're just in their beginning stages, I don't know why. I have that crepe myrtle back there on my deck that I started, same way you would start anything else, and they're doing beautifully. But yeah, my little maple tree, it was hanging on for dear life, and last week it decided it wasn't time to be alive anymore. So R.I.P. to my new little tree. But guess what? I'm going to leave the roots there, the root ball, and wait till next spring and see what may happen underground, because sometimes things that die back, their roots are still viable. So we'll see. Oh, you killed your tomato plant. Uh-oh. I think there was just a crash right down the road from me. I just heard metal hitting really hard together. Oh, no. Oh, I guess I'll hear the whistles go off in a few minutes. Look, this bump here is making me look like I have a lumpy head. Oh, yeah. Gotta get chicken poo on it. You put too much. You should put chicken manure, should be put on in the fall, worked in really good so the acidity is allowed to leach out of it. Because if you put it on like in the spring, it'll burn up certain plants, especially like tomato. They're a very soft plant. You know, but if you took your chicken poo, this sounds gross because we used to do it. You take some chicken poo and you put it in water and you let it, you make like a slurry and you water the plant with that a little bit, very little. Water it down like, I don't know, how do you measure chicken shed? We would just take the, like a gallon size watering can and like a handful or less in there, and you fill it with water and let it sit for like a day, and then you will always water under the leaf too. You never want to water your leaves because then you get all kinds of other issues. Yeah, you probably put too much. You just did too much. It's too much, too much. Because especially chicken manure, it's very acidic. Now I will put horse manure directly on the ground for my roses before I lay mulch, and I, incorporate it with the dirt really well around them and everything. Always stay away. Always use your drip line where the leaves come drip as your guide to water, especially if it's humid where you live. I know sometimes, like, you talk about certain things, like farm things, and people, it grosses them out. They're like, why on earth would you do that when you can just go buy fertilizer? Well, because the fertilizer that you buy is mostly fillers, and I don't like all the chemicals that they add to all the, I will, once in a while, break down and do Miracle Grow liquid, but only if we're in dire straits and have to. But I try to make most of my fertilizer. We compost banana peels, potassium. If you have plants that need like a lot of potassium, you have something that looks like it's kind of icky and it needs a little boost, you take banana peels, like cut them up, throw them in a mason jar for about 3 or 4 days, and that water will start getting like brown. You shake it up and you drain them through a sieve or a colander or whatever, and that water will go back into your watering can without the banana peels, and plants love it. Love it. Oh, yeah, they do, because the blueberries are blueberries, hydrangeas, azaleas, high acidic rhododendron. They like high acid soil. So the hydrangeas, it'll make them bloom beautifully and they will be blue. But the hydrangeas, if you have more of a moderate soil that's kind of neutral, they'll be more pink. But if it's too alkaline, they will turn real light pink to white. And then sometimes they don't bloom that great. But they thrive on, my dad has hydrangeas. They're huge. They're so big. I got to get a video of them. They're white. They're the, I can't remember what they're called, but they don't, I mean, he could change the color of them. He just doesn't. He likes the white ones because they were one of my mom's favorites like that. So, but yeah, I've got all kind of knowledge up here that I need to share with people, and that's why I'm here. Hey, Freeside, thanks for stopping by. Here I am again. Look at me. Look at me. I did a little smoke stream last night, and I wouldn't talk about nothing. Today we came to garden. We did that for like 5 minutes, and I just been talking chicken lady's ear off. But I appreciate you stopping by. Every little bit helps. I was really happy earlier. I had 2 or 3 in here. I got excited. You couldn't tell me nothing. But little by little, because I haven't done nothing with this channel, much of anything with this channel in the last few years that I've had it. So I figured I have all this knowledge to help with people's gardens and things like that. I also know about a lot of other things. I'm like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. And there's other things that you ask me and I'll look at you like you're got 10 eyes. But I do appreciate everybody coming by, especially last night, you and Kels checking like, you saved me. Because I was like, I don't have a topic, I'm just practicing. Like, what do I go on about? Because on the vertical, you know, people are scrolling. They're looking at my ugly face right now going, I'm not listening to this bitch. Hello, Mushroom. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here. That's one thing I didn't get to do this year is go mushroom hunting either. I've missed out on so much this year. Yeah, it was kind of nice. I get insomnia, I can't sleep, and then I get bored of watching people talk about the same person over and over again sometimes, so. But we're just here shooting the shit about everything. Chicken poop, horse poop, how to pinch a geranium. That's how we roll over here. I could go from that to talking about, like, Play-Doh. It's like my music list. I go from Mozart to, like, screamo music, heavy metal, death metal, man. And that's the way my life is. My music list is as chaotic as I am. I do. I'll be walking, like my walking list. I'll start off with like some symphony, and then by the end, I'm like 5-finger death punching it home. But back in the day, I was more of the alternative girl. I liked my Cure, my Depeche Mode, all those, black lipstick and all, before emo was emo. Because I know some of these younger ones, they think they were emo, but we were really the pariahs of the school. I only graduated with like 109. Yeah, so we were a very close class. And I was the weird girl, all in black all the time. Yep. But you know what, though? I was still at parties and stuff like that. I tried to mesh in. I didn't ostracize myself too much from my peers. You know, my class reunion's coming up this year, and I have no interest. But, well, it's been 48 minutes. I can't believe I've talked for almost an hour. Oh, you were a mom. I dug Madonna. I did a huge mural of Madonna it was an under 21 club. It doesn't exist anymore. And I actually painted, oh God, like, sometimes I wish we had phones back then for that kind of stuff. But I did a mural of Madonna on the one wall because we knew the owners and stuff. And oh God, I partied so hard there. That's where I learned to smoke weed. Yeah. Yeah, the raves back in the day. I was a very rural girl growing up. But because we were only an hour and a half away from Pittsburgh, I got to get integrated with the city scene too. And it did me a lot of good because, whew, very closed-minded, racist community. And my dad never was. We were never, but he was in the Navy and stuff, and he got to see the world, different places. So, but it's sad. It's sad how some have to grow up that way. And after doing that, I'd go to field parties and everything else. And Now here I am living in suburbia that I hate. I've always lived on an acreage, like 5 or more acres my whole life until we moved here. But had to do it for a job. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I did that, and it was the best times, man. It's like the 2000s came and it just ruined it. I don't know. Things changed too much. And I'm all for change, but I miss those days. But, I am kind of glad we didn't have cameras because I got into some shit. And being the only girl in the family, first granddaughter, all that jazz, I was looked at it as the good little girl. If they only knew. It was great. I get nostalgic once in a while. I'm like getting that jive. I'll throw the music on. And then there's some stuff that I listened to as a teen, and I'm like, what the hell what are you listening to? Like, why? But of course, our mindsets differently back in the day, huh? Going through some shit, but these kids got to go through so much more of it. Even if you were bullied back then, you got away from it. You got to go home. You got to have a break from it. You could fight to the death with your brother, but it was better being bullied in school, and you could take a break from it. That it was coming the next day, but you knew that when you went home, you had that breath of air. It isn't like that anymore. Kids can't get away from it. They're inundated by it everywhere they turn, and it's sad. That's why we try to keep my grandchildren off of any computers or anything like that, other than their school stuff and a little bit of things here, but because they have to learn it. That's the only way they're going to live, so. But it's just now all these AI data centers, which is bullshit. Like, they should have been updating our systems all these years, these 100 and whatever years. So, but yeah, kids nowadays really got rough shit. Hell, we had it rough too. We were left to our own devices all day. We could have been kidnapped, hurt, laying in a ravine. Like I said, I grew up really rural. My best friend lived 2 miles away on a old back road. And we would ride our bikes back and forth to each other's houses like a day like today, all day long. And our parents never checked in on us. My mom, we'd leave at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be like, I'm heading out. I'm going to see my friend. She'd be like, well, you be back before the sun sets. Yeah, I worry about my grandkids too. You can see they're just different. Like my grandson, he's a COVID baby, and he's genius. He's so smart, but in other ways, their mental wellness is a little different. Because believe it or not, being 5, they're still kids. His age, they have the smartphones, they have the smartwatches, they have all that pressure. And he's like, my granddaughter wanted a smartwatch. I'm like, you're 7 years old. You do not need a smartwatch. You have no purpose for it, So it's just, and not enough parents pay attention to what their kids are doing. Now me, I'm a nosy bitch. I had, even back then, when my kids were teenagers, when Snapchat first started and all that, I had them on lockdown. I was always in their shit. Always. But, I mean, and parents should be doing that nowadays too, but I know a few parents, they're like, I check it once in a while. They're fine. Like, you don't know that. Like, we had a computer, and it sat where everybody else sat, and they could do their work there. They weren't up in their rooms doing their own thing on their computers or anything like that. Now my youngest, obviously, in high school, she had a laptop because they implemented those. And then when they went to college, they got their laptops, I think, their senior year going into college. They used the old tower computer until they went to college. Oh, mine used to tell, even my friends would like, why are you so involved? I'm like, because they are teenagers. I know my kids were angels compared to me. My son, he was a little bit of more of a partier and stuff, but they were pretty good. So I didn't have to monitor them as much. So I think. I'm sure they got online and got on things that I didn't know about either. But you know what though, my daughters and my son always tell me that they're glad that I did because they didn't have to hide anything from me. Um, I told them, if you go to a party and you need a ride home, I don't care of the circumstances, you will not get in trouble. Call me. Just call me. My daughter, she was so against drunk driving, my youngest, that her friends, like she'd be home or another friends and knew that those friends were going to a party. And she had gotten a few calls in the middle of the night for rides to come get them because she was at home. She wasn't drinking or anything like that. And I'm proud of her for that. And she kept it all through like college and stuff. But she's my daughter that, you know, she went through a lot. She went through cancer at 17, 22, and now she's still going through it. But she was always my caring, loving one, my little EMT nurse. But I loved watching them grow up, but I'm sad they did, if that makes any sense. Because, you know, being an empty nester, it's hard. But I've been an empty nester now for, I'm going to say, 6 years now. Because my youngest, she went to college. She never come home, like in the summer or anything like that, because of her course study. She had to take summer classes, and college was 3 hours away, so she had an apartment up there, and she met her fiance, and they got a little place and got engaged, and the rest is history. Oh, thank you, Crazy Chicken Lady. She's a handful, let me tell you. I'm a smart ass and I have a temper on me, but that girl, she will love you to death, but you cross her, oy, the wrath. She grew up just being a little fighter. Oh, he's 18, so you're lucky you still had one at home, but oh. Well, and you know, it does change too. Your dynamics change. Like, we can just go travel and not worry about the kids' schedules and things like that now, but it's still weird, you know. I mean, we try to all go on family vacation like once a year because my dad tells us that we travel like the mafia. We always have a group. When we go to our beach house and all that, it's always like 15, 20 of us that have to go. It's like, hey, we're going to the movies tonight. Oh, can we come? And the kids and them, you know. So we're always doing stuff in groups. But when they can't, like this summer, my youngest, because she's fairly new to her job, and my son in his work and his wife's work, they couldn't make it to the beach this year. So it was kind of weird only being there with my daughter and husband, her kids. Hi, my sister's voice. It's good to see you. I've been talking for almost an hour. I was even talking to myself here for about maybe 5 minutes. I was doing the pinching of my geraniums when I first started, and no one was coming in, and I was gonna like just leave it there so people could see the video of the geranium stuff, and lo and behold, Crazy Chicken Lady saved me again, twice. Last night I went live too, around, I think it was like 11 o'clock. And I may do it again tonight if anybody's around. I just fire it up and see what happens. I usually like to schedule, but I feel like I'm not as nervous if I just fire something up. And I did schedule this one today, but it was like a half hour before, just in case nobody had anywhere to go for a little bit and they seen it. So, oh, you didn't get notification? Well, because I have no algorithm. I have 3 in my chat, like I was telling everybody else, ballin', woo-woo. 3 in my chat. They're going to hit me up with that monetization and give me everything. I'm going to be a YouTube star. But it is what it is. I got 200 subscribers, and a lot of those are probably like, oh, that chick, that's cool. I'll save that, you know. But it's cool. I'm glad you came. So, and like I said, who knows with the notifications? Because even people that I watch all the time, like Nicolina, I never get a notification for Nicolina. I have my notifications set. I'll unsub, resub, And it'll do it all the time. And then I'll be like scrolling and I'm like, ah, crap. That's why I'm always coming in late. And then, or I'm going somewhere and I'm driving and I'm in the bushes. I'm like, hey, hi guys, I'm in driving, you know. And there's a lot of times in the last few months that I've not felt really good. So I didn't feel like engaging. But you know how you're listening to something live and you don't want to chat, but you got to put your 2 cents in anyway because there's shit going down. Yeah. But I'm glad to see you, my sister's voice. So maybe we'll have a party this evening. Where's Kel's now? Probably somewhere else floating around. But you know, we all have lives too. And I fired this up in the middle of the afternoon when everybody's working or on, like I said, there's stuff going on the other side that I go to the last couple of days that those friends are all busy right now. Oh, congratulations, another baby. Oh, my youngest baby will be well, grandbaby will be 3 in August. And God willing, my youngest daughter, she'll be getting married here in about a year and a half. And God willing that she is able to have a little one of her own. Congratulations. That's such a happy time. And they're all so exciting and they're all so different. And you love watching their little personalities grow. Oh, that's wonderful. I just love little babies. But then they got to be, oh, then they're toddlers. They're still cute and funny. Then they start to get into 3rd, 4th grade, and then their little attitudes start. I will say my grandkids never have an attitude with Nana, because I'm fun Nana. I let him get away with shit. My kids never got away with. My son is like, I see how you are. You take them to McDonald's without even being prompted, and we would be like, we go to McDonald's once a month, and you'll wait till then. I'm like, well, it's different now. I got money. No, I don't got money like that, but I mean, back in the day, being in my early 20s and raising kids, you were barely getting by back then, so McDonald's was a treat. Plus, it's not good for you either. Oh, that's wonderful, crazy chicken lady. Oh, another girl. Girls are so fun. Boys are fun too, but little girls have cuter clothes and funner toys, according to me. But although me and my grandson, man, we kick it. We go bird watching together. He helps me garden. He loves to work. Physical labor is his jam, man. So, oh, I take it he's in the military. Well, God bless him and thank him for serving, if he is. I'm just assuming. I think he is because I remember seeing something. Oh, oh yeah. It's funny to watch the 2 3-year-olds because my 2 youngest granddaughters, uh, one was born in December and one was born then the following August. So they still have like that 9 10 months between them. And they get along fine for the longest time. And then all of a sudden they will have like the biggest slap down. They will start fighting over the stupidest little thing. I think they get sick of each other. Oh, my daughters were crazy. My daughters with attitude and defiance and things like that. Woo! Don't have to tell me. Girls are way harder to handle. Everybody thinks girls are easier than boys. Hell no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. No way. Well, congratulations to you ladies. New grandbabies. I can't wait to have more in the family. Can't wait. They're so fun. Now, I don't get to see my son's daughter as much. We FaceTime and that a lot because they live hours away. So we go there to visit. And I haven't been able to go up this summer much. But I wasn't able to travel till a few weeks ago. So I haven't got to see her much this summer. They're coming down actually here, I think Thursday. They're coming down for Steeler Camp. Steeler Camp started this past weekend. So we're going Going to Steeler camp. I'm not going. It's too hot and I can't walk and I can't stand, I can't sit, I can't lay. I'm always uncomfortable. Although I've sat here for the last hour. But they're going to Steeler camp, so they're coming in to visit for a while, and I don't know when I'll see my youngest daughter. So she was just home a few weeks ago. Oh yeah, you can tell. Our youngest, she's the brute. It's so funny because her brother's 5 and her sister's 7, and she bosses them around like uh, they don't have a choice. It's kind of a funny dynamic to watch. Oh my gosh, that's one thing. And another thing, like our grandparents, my dad has always instilled in us, you don't talk about politics or religion when you're visiting or at the table, you know. And my family got every type: Republicans, Democrats, Independents, people don't give a shit. And we just, we'll talk about world events and things like family gatherings and things. But if it gets, when the alcohol starts flowing, people get a little over emotional about. That's one thing here at my channel. I'm not going to discuss politics and that because, first of all, it's too volatile right now, and people take offense to the stupidest shit. Stupidest shit. Ash, hey, thanks for coming in. I'm glad to see you. Look, we're getting the party started. We got 3 of us in here, up in here, 3 or 4 of us. I'm glad you stopped by. I've been here now for a little over an hour, just shooting the shit. Everybody, or should I say everybody? Everybody, as in Crazy Chicken Lady. I don't know if she was in here when I pinched my geranium or not. That took all 5 minutes to teach you what to do anyway, but I think she came in a little after that because I think I was live for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm like, piss on this. I have to have somebody to talk to. And last night I did a test live just to figure a little things out and how it felt and if I really wanted to be in front of the camera and all that stuff. But it was dark, so it didn't matter. But, and Kels and Crazy Chicken Lady came in. That was great. And today we had Crazy Chicken Lady, Some Beach, Just Ash, Freeside, my sister's voice. We had a couple come in and out, so that's great. I ain't planning on getting famous on this thing. I just like to shoot the shit, and I get bored at home. Yes, I'm a bored housewife, especially now that I can't do many projects and things to keep me busy because of my freaking health. Oh, Lord, Ash, I just watch clip channels, and when I'm not watching clip channels, I'm in the bushes, and I'm in the bushes of, I call them my friend creators, my favorite creators, and then I'll go to my not so favorite creators. I hate watch once in a while in the bushes. And that's how I get caught up a little bit because I don't remember the whole month of May. And there are some things like I'm like, well, wait a minute, how did that happen? And I don't want to go on my channel and ask people and discuss that because I don't want to bring the drama over to here. I mean, we may talk a little drama and gossip and stuff about it, but I ain't not diving into that huge pool. That's, God bless everybody that does, but I should talk with the best of them, but it's all right, Ash. Uh, my sister's voice said that the notification didn't come on anyway. I scheduled this, like, I got home from the doctor and scheduled this a half hour before I felt like doing it. And I did it only because I was kind of in the mood. And once 3, 4 o'clock hit, I get real like tired. And I have to do my therapy here in a little bit. So that's great. I hate therapy. God, does it look like I have a mustache? What is going on? I do not have a mustache. I do have a sunspot. Do not look at it. Do not pick on me for it. I can't do anything about it. I'm going to try to get it lasered off, but that costs a lot of money. And now I sound like I'm dry bagging, even though I have none of my things up there. Oh, you just got a notification. Of course you did. That's another thing. I'll get notifications for channels after the live's over. And I do rewatch because I like to get caught up. But sometimes you have that impulse to chat and you're like, oh shit, I can't chat. There is no chat. Chat went bye-bye. They're somewhere else now. Oh yeah, being gone for 2 weeks. Oh, and you know, you can't wait to get home, but when you get home, you know that it's like miraculously I made it through the beach or to the beach, which is an 8-hour drive from us. But my brother-in-law lives halfway, so we stay there to break it up. So then the next morning we drive the other 4. But those 4 hours, I had to lay on the back seat with my feet, with my knees, pillows under my knees, and all that stuff. And it was torturous, but it was enjoyable. But it was almost like a dream, like I was in a twilight, because I had uh, just gotten on all these meds and stuff when we left, and it was a chore. But I got some injections and things in my back, and it's helped. I'm still can't walk very well, and my left leg still has numbness and apo- um atrophy. I lost a lot of my muscle tone being bedridden for a few months. So, oh yeah, you get exhausted. You need a vacation from your vacation. Yeah, there's like a handful of us. I mean, I'm seeing 4 on mine, but YouTube's been like my YouTube got jacked up for like a day. I couldn't chat, I couldn't do anything, and then things changed on like my management page and stuff like that. So they must be. But I noticed like the notifications and stuff go out later, like after live's done and all that. And I hate to have dead air. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, like dead air. But then sometimes you got to read the chat. Sometimes you forget what you're saying, and I do that every like 2 minutes because I forget what I was saying. Oh, thank you guys. I'm trying. I'm a tough old bitch. So I'm doing it. I actually went for my first walk through the neighborhood yesterday. I say through the neighborhood. It was literally from there to, oh, I think you can see the house at the end of the street. I almost made it to the house at the end of the street. So that was a feat for me. So it's the longest yardage I've got to walk. I made it back too. It has a little bit, it looks flat, but has a little bit of a grade going to that house at the end of the street. But coming back was a little easier. So I wasn't able to do that even 2 weeks ago. So every day, every day. Oh, thank you, my sister's voice. You know, this street used to be full of kids. When we moved in, there were kids everywhere. They used to sit on the utility boxes, on the little utility boxes right there. They'd sit there all evening and all half the afternoon, all evening, like a whole group of them. Good kids. And now they're all grown up and have kids of their own. But now it's just us empty nesters. I'm 53, but I am not a senior citizen, so nope. I'm supposed to be in my prime now that the kids are out and I can't walk. Yep, that's all I can do is try. I'm a stubborn, like I said, I'm a stubborn bitch. So, like my husband cleaning the house, I'd nitpick him. You're like, you missed over there. You haven't picked that up. Are you not doing the baseboards? You've got to do the baseboards. Do the fucking baseboards. No. He's like, I'm mopping. I'm steam mopping the floor. That's good enough. I vacuum. That's good enough. I did the dusting. It's good enough. Well, I like things in order. But I did get myself a pretty cane. She's pink. And I'm pretty much ditched the walker now. Sometimes in the evenings, or if I'm out somewhere too long, I have to have it. Gotta have it. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, they don't look up till hill until you have weight. You're bearing weight to push. Yeah, because I told my husband I didn't realize that was such a hill until I had to walk, and he goes, "That's flat." I'm like, "No, it's not." Yeah, crazy chicken lady. I get anxiety too, but mine, when we were in the car, it hit about the 2 hour mark. It's almost like your body gets into panic kind of mode. I'm laying because, oh my God, I could never fly right now. I'd kill somebody because when I get irritated, I get irritated. No, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't say one cross word to me because I will square up. But there were a couple incidents in the car where I got nerve spasms really bad, which basically fold your leg up under you, and even my foot curled, like my toes and my feet would like curl up behind. And it wasn't actual muscle spasm, it was a nerve spasm, which caused the muscles and everything to spasm. And when that happens, I have to take some medicine and basically let it roll out. Sometimes it lasts for, well, when this all first happened, both of my legs were like that for 2 weeks. I was in constant pain for 2 weeks. But through the ride, I would get rageful. I got to get out of here. My husband couldn't get off the exit quick enough or something. And I'm like, you don't understand. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here right now. It's like a fight or flight thing. I'm going to kill somebody, like, if I don't get out of here. And I shouldn't say that on here. Jesus. But yeah, it's horrible when you get anxiety like that. And I've had like numerous nerve blocks and things like that. I'm probably going to have surgery at some point here. So I'm just trying to avoid that because everybody I know, once they open your back up and start messing and putting rods in and buckling it up, they still have issues. Wow, 2 days, my sister's voice. That's great. Especially for kids. I know my daughter, we don't ride with them. I did it when I was young. I'm too old to deal with screaming kids and fighting school-age children and stuff. So we take our own vehicle. But um, she said they did really well, so that's good. Thank you, my sister's voice. I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't. Sorry to bring y'all down, man. But that's a thing. I didn't smoke today either, so I gotta go light up before therapy because it helps my muscles relax. See, that's great when there's sleepers in the car. My grandkids are not. My oldest is a little bit, but the other ones, they'll wild out for 4 hours. They don't care. Wild out for 4 hours. But that's great. She slept. Then you get them out of the car and they're all like, where am I? That's cute. Yep, and that's why I'm trying to avoid it at all cost. I don't gotta, wait. Is that good? Is that good? Is that a good crooked finger? Now, did you get that? Did you get it? Did you get my secret message? Shh. Oh yeah, that's too much. We went out to visit my friend in Missouri. That was a 15-hour drive. And we did it. I did it with a almost 1-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. Well, that's been a long time because that was with my daughter and my son. And we did the 15 hours. Yes, we did. And only because when we got to Illinois, we drove through Illinois, we were going to stop. And I want to say they were calling for tornadoes or really bad storms or something. So my husband's like, no, let's just keep trucking. But he likes to drive. His job, that's all he does is drive. He's not a trucker, but he now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states, 4 or 5 states that his territory is. And one of them is Kentucky. One of them is Kentucky too. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. We said we'd never travel that far straight through again with little ones. I don't know if I'd travel with myself and I again for 15 hours, to be honest. And I like to drive because, like, when my kids were in college and that, I'd go visit them, when my husband was out of town and stuff. But right now, I'm keeping my driving locally just in case something screws up with my back or something. Yeah, my back doesn't like driving, but I got this seat cushion thing, and it's for the spine, to line your spine in that. It has like, yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if you've seen them. They're kind of triangular, but they have like cutouts in the right places, and then it cradles the butt cheek, just cradles it. And then it almost leaves my tailbone like kind of open so the pressure doesn't get on the spine. Oh God, yeah, my sister's voice, I can imagine. God. Well, and you gotta keep your feet a certain way, and I mean cruise controls so much, but you're staying in that bent position. Yeah, I can't remember I ain't about to walk down to my truck to look. Hmm, can't remember. But yeah, there's a few different travel pillows, but they work so long. Like I said, for our vacation, I chose to lay like an invalid in the back of the, not in the back of the truck, but in the back seat of the truck. And I'm sure if my husband had it his way, he would have probably put me into the bed of the truck just to get rid of me. Yeah, hey Google. But did you guys get my secret message? And is my finger crooked enough to pull it off? I should get myself a hat and do a parody. Because I can do the finger. Yeah, yeah. It helped me so much. And like now, if I have to sit like at my laptop or whatever, I carry that little thing everywhere. That little pillow everywhere. I'm going to get another one. But it does, it's like, it almost has a cutout like where your tailbone is, so you don't get that pressure on your back. Exactly my sister's voice. You got it. You got it. Yep, you got it. The pumpkin is under, what can it be under? The pumpkin's under the cherry tree to the left. Yep. Because that's all the meaning those damn things have. Copy, copy. I love it. See, those are the days I miss when oh my God, we used to laugh so hard. It's terrible, the expense of a learn, but oh, he's too serious now. He's too serious for me to take him seriously, if that makes sense. I mean, trying to be funny and shit. I really do. I know you shouldn't dwell on the past, but it's almost like a nostalgia thing. I remember sitting down on my little swing down here, and my mom sitting there, and us just, oh my God, laughing so hard. Because they took her, that's when she started really, with her heart failure and that. She didn't have her soap opera on anymore. She watched Days of Our Lives. They don't have Wi-Fi, so she couldn't stream it. So her Days of Our Lives were like seeing what kind of bullshit Ernie was getting into. And no, I'm not, so it kind of brings back some sweet memories too, you know what I mean, since my mom's passed. So, because, when I was taking care of her and helping out. Oh, I know. And isn't it funny how wild, like me and Crazy Chicken, like we were talking about how wild things have evolved. I mean, like so many people aren't here anymore. Earthly either. We lost so many people. You know, Nicolina mentioned yesterday about like the people that we lost, and like I really miss Ray Jones, and the Nose Lisa. We forged a friendship off of YouTube because she was in my state and everything, and she went through a lot, and he put her through a lot, that lady. I mean, but I loved her so much. Her death was a hard thing because she lost everything over this. It's sad. I did too, my sister's voice. She was just, I think Lisa, she just had such a good heart and a caring heart, and I don't think she liked to see people suffer or be in a bad place, and to her detriment, to her detriment, and not with her life, but, well, with her life, but I mean, and unfortunately she got so ill, and just sad. Yeah, I miss Ray. Ray, he was a good guy. He was such a good guy. And like I say before, we all have our burdens to bear, but he's another one. He was just a cool dude, man. Crazy Chicken Lady, always, always. I remember my daughter-in-law. I still have the video up, I think, of she was getting baptized, and he had commented on that. And I don't think it was soon after that he had passed. But yeah, I miss him. I really miss Lisa. And a few others that passed. I miss them when I think about like some things, but those two and I never forged friendships offline with people, really. I never allowed that to be one of my rules, was not to, but people, the universe brings us sometimes to the people that need us the most, and sometimes the universe brings us to people. Wait, shit, see, I'm screwing it up again. Sometimes the universe brings people to us when we're in need, and sometimes the universe brings us to people when they are in need. And that's how I always look at things. So sometimes those rules get broken, and I've chatted on like Facebook and things with people, but I've actually been on YouTube for 15 years. That was under one of my old troll account. But and then I started watching some Krama, and then somehow fell into, oh, what was her name? Trisha. She was covering Summer's case. She was a wackadoo. And that's how I ended up finding Nicolina and, well, Benny and Ernie. And then I think Nicolina started hers not so far after that, because she was in Benny's chats and that. Or, well, she started on Facebook, but it's crazy. He would tell you to leave YouTube. No. But damn, I can't remember that girl's name. I don't know if she's still on her. I know I seen her maybe a few months back. I think she was poking at Benny or something, but I can't remember her name. Trisha something. She'd always be like, my family's police, and she'd hide her vaping. I can't remember her name. If any of you remember, let me know, because that'll bother me. But I have been here almost an hour and a half. So I'm going to shut this off. I know I said that like an hour ago, but yeah, Crazy Chicken Lady. And I know a few people were from like Jimbo's, and they just kind of, after everything went to shit, kind of merged with us, and some went the other way. And it's crazy how you have all these branches that end up coming back together, or dividing and then coming back together, and the flip-flopping. And I just stay with my peeps unless something very egregious happens, and I know things have. There's been things taken too far, but it is what it is. I can't control people. Well, you still go into their chats. Like, I got friends in there. Like, whatever. Like, I'm an adult. I do what I want. Yeah, my sister's voice. I figured you would. Like, you've been around a long time. I can remember her face, but I can't remember her damn name. I'll remember it. I'll remember it like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll wake up to go pee and be like, that was her name. That's it. But I may, yeah, that's where I was. I think I seen her, I seen that Trisha's live, and that's when things were so crazy for the Summer Wells, and that's what brought me to the true crime because of the Summer Wells case. I was so sunk deep into that case because and that was my first like true crime case, like really getting into like to watch to see the outcome, and sadly, here we are 5 years later. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Yes, she was very skinny. Oh, shit. It's right at the tip of my tongue. And like I said, I'll remember it after I get off of here. I'll do a damn video. I remember. Oh, see, I can't get Twitter. I've been on Twitter all of 10 times in my life. I'm an old fart. I guess I just can't get it. Everybody has their favorite little platform. I don't like TikTok. I mean, I go on there and scroll once in a while, but I'm not going to get on there. I do like Kick and Rumble once in a while because I have some people on there that I watch. But YouTube is my place. These are my people. They understand me. Well, most people don't understand me. I'm weird. I'm the person that sits at the funeral home and makes a smart ass comment and gets everybody in trouble because they're laughing and it's a serious situation. That's me. Because when I'm under stress or I feel uncomfortable, I kind of use and God blessed me with sarcastic humor too, which doesn't help things. Doesn't help things. Oh, oh, nerdy addict. Yeah, that side's too crazy. All that stuff with Nancy Guthrie. Like, oh, Trish is her name, yeah. No, truthfully, Trisha was on Dr. Phil. That was a different Trisha. Truthfully, Trisha's the one you're thinking. She always had some kind of, I'm the victim. She was on Dr. Phil. I love nerdy too. I watch them once in a while. Yeah, I can't remember her name. Oh well. But I still remember her getting pizzas and things like that. And she was wild. Wild as hell. Well, since I'm going to close out, I'll show you my geranium. Hold on. Let me get my ugly mug off of here. Oh, crazy chicken lady. I can't see you being like fighting with anybody, to be honest. Yes, my sister's voice, like vividly, like the countertop, the overhanging cabinets. I can see her with her vape in her hand. I have a very vivid brain, so I can remember things. And I usually remember everything, but I cannot remember her name. I have an eidetic memory, but medication has put the kibosh on that. Oh, thank you, my sister's voice. I had a doctor's appointment today, so I'm actually made up because you can't leave the house looking like a hag. Even though look at those bags. Look. I was at the beach, wouldn't even know it because I was all covered in a hat and everything because got bags under my eyes but my daughter-in-law always and my sister-in-law always trying to. You need Botox. Come with us. Come get some Botox. I am not putting botulism into my head. No thanks. I have enough issues in my life that I don't need botulism. So I'll embrace my wrinkles, and if nobody likes to look at them, look at them. Then that's their problem. But that's why I have those wrinkles there. See that? Either because I'm so blind I squint too much, or because I'm mad all the time. Ooh. My sister's voice, same here. I can meet somebody and talk to them for an hour. We'll walk away and I'll tell my husband, who was that again? What was her name? And he's like, Christ's sakes, they said it 10 times. It always misses me. I don't know why. I think because when you're gifted, you see past a name. Does that make sense? And look at me. I just almost drank my geranium water. Crazy Chick Lady, I'm not sure. She was like on her own, but she came from somewhere. But I came into all that like, oh, before she got her channel taken down. Like, little bit before. Because I was new to this side of YouTube too. You know, I'd listen to her once in a while. I'm like, oh, that poor girl, they're picking on her. And then you know how it goes. Yeah, I'll think about it if if I remember it, and if I go live again. Oh, look at me, I'm sound like Bullhorn Betty now. We, who's we? It's just me here. There ain't no, well, I got Delilah, my doggie. She's in the house though, because she has a scar on her side that she keeps digging at. That's 5 years old, mind you. Because we went on vacation, she had an anxiety attack. So now, yeah. Yes, my sister's voice, because she kept raising money for a tombstone. And anyone that uses their kid to pull a victim card as a shield or a weapon are pieces of shit. So that's just my opinion. You come on this platform and you're using your child, deceased to boot, as a grift is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know people are in need at times, and I've helped just as much as anybody else, but it gets to the point like, okay, I understand, you know, this terrible thing happened, but now you're bringing it into drama and this and that, and that's on the back of Summer Wells. On the back of that baby. I mean, face it though, everybody made money off of her. Everyone. See, that's why when I say good times on the other side of that, at what price, you know? Yeah. Now that's too far. And I'm sorry, you have to be a heartless asshole to do that. Now I can see if it was some piece of shit adult that did something horrible and somebody went and pissed on their grave, but not a baby. That's bad. See, we should just have a stream of nostalgia. Even though, I mean, Nicoletta's kind of doing that. I think it's great. I think it's great that she's going over all his old stuff, because all these new people that have come in to the YouTube universe and to his channel that don't know none the wiser, and we all know, don't know none the wiser. Here I am starting to talk like it. See, you can't even talk about it and you start talking like him. But I lost my train of thought. See how that goes. But oh, a nostalgia. Like, it's great that she's going over that so the new people that are coming in that have no idea can see it. I heard some of that live this morning. Good God Almighty. I clicked on it and all I heard was Tina the Tooth talking about Nicolina and her, you know, secret life. No, I agree with that, my sister's voice. I 100%. Like I said, I still wasn't on any, but I wasn't in any chats that I favored or any favorite. That was like the beginning of when I came into the Krama side of things. And to be honest, I watched Benny one time and it rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, this guy. But there's something about him, man. He's got charisma. And, you know, and the thing is, he's done well for himself. I know he's hit a big speed bumps and stuff like that, but proud of him. He's doing great. And he's grown a lot. On the other hand, Ernie, but he's past the point of prime. He'll never. That's a lot of mental illness there. Oh, I know. Like I said, I was scrolling, you know how it just plays for a minute. And I was like, get the hell out of here. I was laughing. I was just like, what? But the new people that are going in there, that are from other places, that have no idea, whew, it's Scream it far and wide, far and wide. But like I said, one or two, and then I was like, ah, screw this. I don't like this guy. But then I got, I started talking to people, and you know how that goes. And I actually started adoring Benny. I thought he was just so funny, you know, and it was fun. We had great times in some of those. Do you remember when he used to do the dance, the music in the car, and he just vibe with the music and all that? That was so fun. He would just go on for an hour in his car, just vibing and driving around. It was just great. Well, crazy chicken lady, it is what it is. I always say, I like who I like, and I don't like who I don't like. So, and if you're my friend, and if you're an adult, you can handle who I'm friends with. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't involve them. And I understand with the Summer Wells case, things, things were crazy, but like a lot of us have grown. I'm 53 years old and I grew from it, you know. But those were good times. Sit and shoot the shit about the old times, man. It was fun. Some of the best times weren't just with, like I said, with the Ernie Shells shit. It was just watching Betty drive around and joke and laugh and listen to music. It was great. I'd be out in the garden. I remember being out in the garden just listening in, getting down. He always made me laugh. I haven't got into many of his chats lately. I've watched after I've rewatched, but all my favorites don't go live that often anymore. I gotta catch them when they're. And like I said last night, I had modded a few people when I first started my channel and stuff. And if you come in and you see a wrench and you don't want it, just let me know. But I wrenched the few people that I knew that I could trust to. Even if you don't come here, I don't care. Whatever, I can cut them on myself. What am I going to do with 3 people? But all right, now I'm saying I'm leaving. I'm leaving. It was like the redneck goodbye. So, but yep, this is our little geranium in her cup, and I don't have my. I'm going to fix her into a different cup, or get some more cuttings. But I gotta wait maybe another week because there wasn't that many. But you just pinch it off. You want to break it off where the wood is. You want to break it off where the wood is, and where the new little growth is coming from. And we just put them in a little. Now you can add a little garlic clove, a couple garlic cloves in here too. That'll feed it. But I just like good old water, and I just set her on a windowsill. And here in about a month, we will have roots. And I will probably record that. But now I'm kind of liking going live, so maybe you'll see more of me and my lame ass. I think I'm so funny too, so I crack myself up. Who knows YouTube? But you guys all have a blessed day, and yeah, try it. Let me know how it goes. But about 2 inches of water, unless you have bigger like the bigger pinchings, they may need a little more water. But I switch out clean water. I take them maybe once a week, put clean water in, and you won't hurt them. But you'll start seeing little hairs grow down there, or maybe sometimes too where the leaves come out. Sometimes they'll come there, but usually it's on the bottom part here where I broke it off. You'll start seeing little white hairs grow, and then you got roots, and then you leave them in that water with those roots till about 2 inches long, 2 or 3 inches long, till you put them in dirt. That's all you need. And hopefully I may go live later tonight just to check in and shoot the shit again. So if you guys are bored and have insomnia, and this is a perfect time because my neighbor is starting a weed whack. So, all right, well, have a blessed day, everyone. And I'm going to have to get a rocking chair out here. I'm going to sit and rock with chaos and shoot the shit in the porch. But maybe we'll catch you later, catch you this evening. And guys, I'll have a blessed